I know even I don't know what I'm doing. But a few people have been getting in touch with me about Get Rich Lucky Bitch that I've been putting on Instagram, to the point one of my friends even bought it. Yes, that's you, Jen. And another friend said she's going to buy it. Yes, that's another Jen. I know more than one Jen, I promise. Anyway, this year I've realised I'll probably, hopefully, end up reading on average around one book every 1.5 to 2 weeks. And I thought, why not do Rosie's Reviews? Yeah, I don't know if this is a good idea either. So, here you go. I'm doing this because this is one of the best books I've ever read on money. And I've read a lot of books on money. I'm not going to tell you the other titles I've read because I don't want to name and shame, because I'm putting this one at the top. Get Rich Lucky Bitch first came into my life. Well, the concept came into my life when I went to New York in 2018, and I met up with someone for a coffee, and she said, do you know who Lucky Bitch is? And have you considered doing the money boot camp? And I was like, what? It just went totally over my head. So I'm going to tell you who it is. Denise Duffield-Thomas is an epic money manifester, and she is also a money coach along with various other things. And she started this boot camp called Lucky Bitch. And how my friend sold it to me back then was, she says she's the laziest person in the world and she'll just be playing on Candy Crush all day and the money will just come flying in from all areas. And I was like, well, I don't enjoy playing Candy Crush, but I like the latter. I thought of that. But funnily enough, I didn't do anything about it. I didn't even look her up. So when I went on that trip to New York, I was there for a month house sitting, and I had my whole life before my eyes just crumbled. I was sat in a flat on the Upper East Side, and I was just thinking, what's going on with my life? A whole vortex of everything crumbling. And I was like, I'm not happy or where I want to be. I had a company, people in New York wanted to invest in it, and I just realized I wasn't happy or aligned with what I was doing. So the idea of this went out the window as I took about 2 years to figure out where I wanted to be, who I was, and where I was going. And then around Christmas time, Lucky Bitch kept coming into my head. I'm like, who is this? I think it's time I look her up. So I found her book, and it arrived, and it told me it would take 4 days to arrive. And it arrived the next day, and thank God it did. I've steadily been reading a chapter every night, and I have done every single task. Now that is rare. Most of the time when we read books, do we do the tasks? We think about it, but we don't do it. Or we'll start and we don't finish. So why was this different? Firstly, the way she's written it. It's just like having a chat with a mate, but a really funny mate. Secondly, the way she's broken it down. In a nutshell. It's probably going to be back to front because I'm filming this face forward. Never mind. So, the money manifesting formula, and she gives it you on page 9. You don't have to wait till the end. She gives it you on page 9. Is step 1, declutter anything in your life. 2, decide exactly what you want. Well, I already know that, but I needed to declutter. 3, surround your life with positivity. Queen, but I needed to declutter my life. 4, take inspired action, which people tell me I do, but I needed to declutter my life. And 5, receive and fine tune. My friends tell me I am a manifesting queen. I can manifest fruit. I can manifest opportunities. Hey, I even contacted my cousin. No, I didn't contact my cousin. I contacted a friend one day and said, if I don't go on a holiday by next year, I think I'm going to die. I'm working myself to the bone. It was August. The next day, my cousin contacts me and goes, hey, how do you feel about an almost free holiday? It's 3 weeks, all inclusive, cruise. So you fly to Vancouver, then you're on the cruise ship for 10 days plus. You'll go from Vancouver to Unalaska. You go across to Japan to 6 ports, and then you end up in China and you can spend a few days there. Yeah, what's the cost? 300 administration fee. What? Food? All inclusive? Huh? I'm there. Like, that happens. Then people will say to me, I'll just say like things and I'll just let it go. And boom, within weeks, it's there. And people are shocked. Money, I am very, very close. I am so close. I nearly had to leave drama school because I didn't have the money. Boom, it came in. I then had £670 left to pay so I could graduate. And they said, if you don't have the check-in on this date, you can't graduate. You have to graduate next year. And my mum was like, I can't help you. I don't have that money. Because she just, bless her, bankrolled my accommodation throughout drama school. I went and saw a friend and she said, oh, here's some post from your old job. One of the envelopes was from the tax man and I was like, oh, nothing eventful in there. The next one had a sticker on saying, no longer live here, return to sender. And luckily she'd caught it. I opened it. It was a check for £670. I graduated. Stuff like that. I say to the universe, I want a year off from work. My mum's died. I need a break. I need to just reassess and reevaluate. Boom. A check came in. But it's not sporadic. It is sporadic. It's not predictable. That's the word I'm trying to say, because I needed to declutter everything in my life. I keep saying this phrase because we all need to declutter. I know it's back to front. Just imagine it in our lives. So this book does it in a really kind way. Normally I find with these books, the author is always going on about their wins, their money wins, their money wins. And it's great, but really they need to be going on about how you can make money wins. And that's what Denise does. And there's more of a majority spent on that in this book. I will take you through the chapters quickly. The first one is how you can become an amazing money manifestor. And that is where she gives examples of herself. Then she starts to talk to you about a life-changing money habit. A lot of this goes back to when we're kids. I have done a lot of work on this, but I realized I needed the new energy fuel to take me to the next level. Can everyone really be rich? Yes. The world just tells it differently because the rich people want to stay rich and have more money. There is money for everyone, and a lot. Declutter your money stories. Incredible. In fact, I'm giving this to birthday presents to people so they can declutter theirs. I want all my friends to be rich. Then we've got, what do you really want? A lot of the times we don't put out specifics or we put fear with it. So we get that. Simple. You don't want that? Learn how to take fear out of your vocabulary. This year is going to have done, 2020 and 2021, maybe beyond, is going to do two things to people. It's either going to bring out fear in their vocabulary, or it's going to make them shift and see the world through abundance, through anything is possible, and through love. If you're seeing it in the former, you got to get round to the latter space, because I tell you, the amounts of gifts, the amounts of abundance that I have received in this past year, the universe has always had my back, because I really didn't worry. I didn't. And I haven't worked since November 2019. Had my back. So after that, feel good about your money now, upgrade your life, dealing with money sabotages, and learning to actually receive money. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people, when people offer them a gift, go, oh no, let me pay. Or no, I'll pay for coffee and dinner. That's who my mum was. She died broke. We ain't doing that. Okay? And I tell you, it's difficult to reroute that. Something that Denise talks about is RSI, repetitive sabotage. Something beginning with an I can't remember. And it's really good because a lot of us keep repeating a pattern of sabotaging ourselves, like a repetitive strain injury, and it shows up in all areas of our lives. So, declutter your life. That's all about going through fears and worries and past stories that don't serve you, ripping them to shreds, and then forgiving it. AAA. Acknowledge what it is. No, is it acknowledge? Acceptance? I always forget the first one. become aware of what it is and acknowledge it. So figure out what the problem is. Then you start to build upon the bigger picture. Then find the gifts in it. Most of the time when we look at past pains, all we see is pain, but there is a hell of a lot of wisdom in pain. When we're in physical pain, it's our body telling us there's a better way to live, and it's a big red flag. We haven't listened to the small ones, and it's the same with money, okay? So find the gift, then forgive the situation. Forgive it, see only love, be grateful for it. For this, I have been journaling my ass off. I've never liked journaling. I fucking love journaling now. I love it. And you ho'oponopono the shit out of it. If you don't know what ho'oponopono is, it's a Hawaiian prayer of forgiveness. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you. Please forgive me. Probably not in the right order, but it always works every time. Whatever order you put it in. Do that for the people who are in the situation who might have taught you the wrong patterns. Do that for yourself and how you reacted. You have to let the past stay in the past. Otherwise, your present is always going to repeat that. Second, decide exactly what you want. You have to decide what you want, what gives you passion, because a lot of the times we go for what we think our parents or society wants us to have, and that's why they don't happen. Like me, I don't care if I don't own a house anytime soon. I enjoy moving from new place to new place, and with my work, that's possible. I can live out of a suitcase. The past year I've done that, and it gives me so much creativity. I love it. At some point, I would love to have digs somewhere, but it's not a definite. But our society has been brought up that if you don't have a car and if you don't have a house by a certain age, if you don't own it, then you're missing the mark. There are millionaires I know who don't own property because they don't enjoy it. They rent it. They put their investment into other things. They rent beautiful places. They have no desire to own a property because of all the other stuff that comes along with it. Great. See? Make your own rules. Second, surround your life with positivity. That means friends. That means things that make you happy. That means circumstances that don't make you happy. Go in and declutter them. Go in and have those conversations with people. Don't avoid them. Find the peace within all of your life and then find the inner peace within yourself. Because when you have anxiety, you are not going to have the life you want. So go through, be gentle and be kind with yourself. Lastly, take inspired action. The universe tests you, by the way, because I got tested today. I am taking inspired action, and then an opportunity came up, which I had said I wouldn't have applied for it 4 years ago because I was overqualified. I have realised how it is so in alignment and how the value of what they were offering me as a wage was not even what you'd expect to receive when you've graduated from university. You'd expect more. And the test is, am I going to take it because I'm going to show the value I want and what I want in life, or am I not? No, because it's not inspiring me. Something will come along that's better. I have no clue what, but I would rather be open and wait for that. So I'm taking inspired action in many other ways. I'm throwing out huge arrows. By the end of the month, I'll have put out 12 potential revenue streams, and they are big. They are big. I'm going all guns blazing because it inspires me, and something will happen from that. And it won't be what I expect. I'll probably get back even more than I could have expected. And lastly, receive and fine tune. Receive and fine tune. When I had COVID, I had friends have food delivered from the States. Well, she lived in the States. She got it delivered here. 2 food shops. I had another friend whose husband dropped off things, and she made me all these tinctures and tea bags. And do you know what? Old me would have said, let me pay for all this. Let me pay. And I bit my tongue. And then another friend sent me things from New York, and I would have said, let me pay. I sat on my hands and I bit my tongue. Look, nearly sitting on them now. And then another friend said, I'm going to send you something as a friend. I really want to send you a friend gift. I've never accepted gifts. Never. Not well either, because whenever my mum did, she'd always be like, let me pay, or I want to get you something. Receive. Receive. And also, there's something so beautiful in receiving what somebody else thinks would help you. and it just took my inspirational levels up to a whole new level. Plus, I saw my friends in a whole new light. They got my back from all areas of the world, and I just thought, I need to allow this to see who my tribe are, because I don't allow people to do this, or haven't in the past, to see who my tribe was. And what happened was my tribe was, and a lot of them aren't around anymore. So, receive and fine tune. Denise then says, if these don't work, go back to number one every time. Declutter, forgive anything that comes up. The last point I'm going to mention that's truly incredible about this is the extra online gifts and tools that are offered. Usually when books do this, I feel they're really overwhelming. There's too many to go through. She's made it very straightforward, very practical. There is an affirmation. There's an affirmation recording there that I listen to every day. You can't hear the affirmations. It's to get you on the subconscious level, but it's sounds of waves. I do a lot of the things she said. I'm trying to think what else. Yes, she gives you an app. So you put in how much money comes in every day, unexpected, and you can put gifts in there too. So you can start to see if you attract money or if you attract products in value of money. And as soon as you start to realize you're actually attracting more gifts, which I do attract gifts and winning things, you can then start to go in and declutter that, because you can say, I always win things and I love it, or I always receive gifts and I adore it. But, because that's been January, receiving a lot of gifts. But then you can be like, I am also worthy of receiving money. I'm also worthy of attracting abundance. Another thing she suggests is putting reminders on your phone of affirmations. I've got them on every hour. They ding up. I have so much joy. I've changed all my bank account names to positive money affirmations. And whenever I put money in from one account to another to pay a bill, I always put gratitude now. I'm like, glorious Netflix, or phenomenal food bill. I've been doing this now for a week and a half, and I probably feel the most aligned and the most confident and safest I ever have with money. I feel that I have nothing to worry about when it comes to my fortune and building, and it's because of this book, and I'm going to keep doing it. So now I finished it. What's the next book I'm going to read? I didn't want to leave her behind. I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. So I've gone for the prequel, her first book, just Lucky Bitch. Not the Get Rich bit, but it's okay because we've already got that tapped. So I'm going to read Lucky Bitch, chapter a day, and I'm going to get back to you on that in about a week and a half. And then after that, there's a book she suggests in here that I'm going to go for, and it's called, I think it was The Big Leap or The Gap. Well, we'll know when I buy it. Yay! Anyway, I hope you will go out and get this book, because in 3 months' time, I'm going to be doing the money boot camp that she does, the Lucky Bitch Money Boot Camp, and I want some of my friends to be on it. So go get that book. Come join me. Bye!